G'day YouTube, Down to Bricks here. I've got a standalone review for you guys today, and this is officially a 2018 set. It's from the latest wave of Last Jedi Star Wars sets. So we have set number 75202, Defense of Crait. It has 746 pieces, comes with 5 minifigs, and it will cost you 85 US, 80 euro, 75 pound and 120 Australian. As with the usual lay of the land, let's check out the minifigs first, then we'll go through everything this set has to offer, and I'll wrap it up with my final thoughts. First up, we have our Resistance Trooper. Again, great printing on the torso and legs. Very nice helmet. I like this helmet piece. We get a little bit of printing up there on top as well. And on the back, again, some very nice printing, as well as an alternate face print. And on to our main man, Captain Poe Dameron. Very cool looking minifigure, great printing on the front of the torso for the jacket and shirt. Nothing too much going on the back. The main thing to notice is this head mold, the hair and headset piece. Looks very, very cool. Great printing on the headset as well. I think that looks great. And of course we do get an alternate face print, and there we have Angry Poe. And now on to a bit of a funny selection of minifigures. We have our First Order Snowtroopers. So yes, it's on Crait. Can't remember seeing too much snow on Crait, but anyway, that's what Lego obviously had to work with. So great minifigs these. I mean, you can't argue about these minifigs. They do look great. We get that backpack piece as well. Of course, we get our standard clone face print. I think we're forever going to get that face print. But the helmet, the torso printing, overall, these are great minifigs. Probably just not the right ones to have in this set. And now on to my favourite minifig of the whole set is Admiral Emat. Now this is one cool looking dude. I've got to say, love the face print, love the torso print. I mean, this guy really does look cool. Great printing down onto the legs. Let's have a look at the back here. Some nice printing on the rear of the torso. There is no alt face print. It does come with a couple of accessories as well, but overall, a very cool looking dude. So let's start with our command tower and trench section. First of all, here is the sticker sheet from the build. So you can see I only used 2 stickers here. These 2 here are supposed to go down on these slopes here. But overall, I think the set looks great without them. So you have a few options for display and play for this section. Actually hinges here on the trench part, and you can actually unclip it like that as well and completely separate the parts. So let's have a look at the trench area first. So not a whole lot going on here, but I think they've done pretty good with what we've got. We have this main cannon here which does rotate around. Lots of nice little detail in it as well. Get a spring-loaded shooter down in there that you can launch from back here. And just looking at the back, you got a printed piece on there and a few placements here to set your minifigs up. We get a little stud shooter weapon here as well. But overall, I think that looks pretty good. Can't expect too much from something like this, and I really do think they've built it up quite well. Onto the command tower. Now this thing, I must say, I'm pretty impressed with. Has some good building techniques, a lot of studs on the side, and that looks really good, I think. And around to this side, more nice details. Into the back here, we have some storage here for some more spring-loaded shooters, some tools. We get a couple of spare blasters. That's always great to get. So we have our ground floor there, and then our second floor, and in there, check that out. Let me see, does that look better? Look at those printed pieces. Isn't that fantastic? I absolutely love that. And then of course we have our top section. Not too much going on here, but you can stand your minifig up there. So overall, I think it's a pretty solid build. And now on to our ski speeder. And straight off the bat, I've got to say my biggest complaint with this is not having a stand. Come on, Lego, that would have been fantastic for a set like this to have a stand we could put it on to put the ski down. I have rigged up a very basic stand myself just to show it off in the intro and outro, but let's get rid of that so we can get into the nitty gritty. And the other thing we really have to pay attention to here is all the fantastic detail in this build, because honestly the stand is the only complaint I could possibly have for this build. So let's get Poe out of the cockpit and we'll start up this end. Since we're here, printed cockpit piece, awesome, from the Speed Champions line. Great to see that. I think that looks really, really good. Let's just clip that off so we can have a look in the cockpit itself. So those two pieces are the only stickers that I used in the entire build. So that one is a printed piece, and I think the cockpit looks really, really nice. I just love how they're going with this idea now for the bucket handle for the steering. I just really like that. We can move that. I don't really know why you'd want to do that, but you can. And looking on the side here, let's clip that back on so we can have a look at that profile. And that is just awesome. Lots of detail, just looks fantastic. Let's look from the back, very nice, great use of colors. Let's go along the wing section here. We have wedge pieces. I'll just clip that off, you can see. So that's actually just covering up the Technic build of the set where it gets all its strength from. I can't get that back on now. Let's just put it on like that, that'll do. Very, very nice, I have to say. Let's have a look at this midsection here. Nice looking tail fin. We can adjust these flaps a little bit if we wish. Looks very, very good like that, doesn't it? And up on top here, again, there's little bits of detail. Love these pieces here with the hose pieces. That is awesome. Whacking the camera with the cockpit here. And here is our ski. I guess the only thing probably would be nice if we could actually possibly like clip that up to lock it away, but obviously you mainly want to have it down anyway. But that does look pretty cool. Great use of this piece. More printed pieces there. Very, very nice. Underneath, not too much to see there. And let's go along to this wing here. We will get to this front section in a moment. More great details onto the end here, and we have our weapons system. So again, more great details. Some blasters, spring-loaded shooters that you can launch from under here, and we just launch that like so. Whooshka, there they go. More details on top. It's just awesome. We come along and have a look at that. Now that is very cool, isn't it? I love that look there. So cool. And up on top, more printed pieces. We have this little piece here, which I'm not really sure what this is for, but somehow it does. Oh, there it goes. Told you it comes out. And that just slides out. So as you can see, there's not much going on in there. So not really sure. Do have these 1x1 pieces in this gunmetal grey, and they really do look great. When I was building it and the angle of the light, I actually thought they were black. But yeah, very, very cool. And that just slides in there. Clips in. Bob's your uncle. And overall, that's about it, because it's all about swooshing it around. So there you go, Lego lovers, there is the defense of Crait. So it's time to give you my final thoughts. Normally I don't like to bring price up too much, because we all know Lego is very expensive, and after all, something is only worth what one is willing to pay. Having said that, I do feel that Lego are bumping the prices up of these Star Wars sets. So the price is going to come into play when I give you my final verdict at the end of the video. But as for the build itself, I have to say it's pretty fantastic. I really feel there's no throwaway elements to this build. The defense section with the tower, I actually think that's a pretty good representation from the movie. The trench section, I think it all comes together very nicely. You can pull it apart and spread it out a little bit. We get lots of accessories and some printed pieces. So overall, I like that section of the build, but the highlight for me is definitely the ski speeder. I really feel that LEGO went all out with this build. Has a lot of interesting build techniques, has a great assortment of parts, and a very interesting selection of colours. And even though it comes with a lot of stickers, leaving them off like this, I really don't think it takes away from the model at all. And I have to say, I really was surprised how much detail was going into this speeder throughout the build. Okay, so let's wrap it up with my final verdict, and this is where I'm going to bring price into it. Australian dollars, it's 120 bucks. Even if you look in the States, it's $80. I definitely think it's priced higher than really what it is worth. If I was to have another drawback, I would say the minifigures. I always want more minifigures with sets. I guess 5 minifigs isn't too bad. Maybe another resistance trooper would have been good just to help fill out the scene a little bit more. Now this is the biggest and most expensive set of the current wave. Most people haven't even finished collecting the sets from the previous wave, which was a very large wave with some very expensive sets in it. So my advice is to go back and try and collect up those sets first. You'll be finding those on sale more often. So try and pick up those old ones. Hold off on these newer ones until the value comes down a little bit. You can pick them up on sale. If you can get this set at a discounted rate, it really is worth it. Because overall, the playability is fantastic. The displayability is just as good. This is going to look great with your other Last Jedi sets. So putting the price aside, I have to give this set a big thumbs up. But of course, that's just my thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think. And that's what the comments are for. Belt it all below. Let's have a chat amongst ourselves. While you're hovering down there, hit the thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate that. Just before I go, I'd like to give a shout out to my mate Go for Bob that helped me get hold of these Last Jedi sets. Big thanks to you, buddy. And a big thanks to everybody for taking the time to watch. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.